Well, if you were looking forward to the next Avengers movie, you're going to have to look a little further forward because it's been delayed. 8772 Radio U. Happy Friday. But not so happy if you wanted to see Avengers Doomsday. It was supposed to be coming out like less than a year from now, May 1st of 2026.
Yeah.
But that has now been pushed back, and instead it will release on December 18th of 2026. So only a few months.
Yeah, not like it's delayed indefinitely or something.
But that is meaningful, and keeping it in step, Secret Wars, which is going to be the follow-up to Avengers Doomsday, also delayed from May 7th of 2027 to December 17th of 2027. Just basically, they say to give the filmmakers, the Russo brothers and everybody involved, more time since there's such big projects to try to get done. And Aly, I feel like this too. Putting a big movie like this at Christmas time makes so much sense. Obviously, there's usually a big release at Christmas time, a couple of big movies. But you put this if you release it at the beginning of the summer, yes, people go to the movies all summer long, and that's just a thing, like to beat the heat or whatever, you go to the movies. And so eventually you go and see these. But there's also a lot of big movies that release during the summer. If you're Avengers and you think it's going to be really good, you can put it out at Christmas. And then we've seen like almost every Christmas this happens. There's a movie that for like the next 2 months into February, because no other big movies come out, and it just keeps making money on money on money, because if you go to the theaters, that's all you want to see.
Yeah, exactly. We've talked about this before, but there are plenty of December releases that you can point to that have such long legs because there's no competition. I mean, Wicked from last year.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know how long ago before this, but The Greatest Showman made so much money because it released in December.
The new Lion King movie came out at the holidays, and it wasn't even good, and it just kept making money because it's like, what are we going to go see?
Right.
We got nothing to do this weekend, so it should be, I think it makes a lot of sense, even though traditionally Marvel really seems to like having that big movie that kicks off the summer, yeah.
Well, that's what they've done in the past with these Avengers movies, is they, like Infinity War, Endgame, they were all May releases, and they did very well for them, very successful films, but I don't think that there's any reason to believe that these movies will not be successful because they moved them to December.
Yeah,
I think they'll be just fine.
In fact, because they're giving them more time to finish them up, maybe the CGI will actually be good in these ones.
Well, you would hope so. Honestly, I felt like the turnaround for these movies was quick.
We were just talking like a week ago about the guy that had snuck onto the set. It's like they're still filming stuff.
Yeah, it's still in production.
Yeah.
Not Secret Wars in production. Doomsday in production, the one that was supposed to come out less than a year from now,
yeah,
which is insane. And so, yeah, I think this was probably, not even probably, it was needed. And I agree with you. I hope that it helps them make sure they have the best product ever.
These movies too are so do or die. You cannot.
You can't mess it up.
Marvel has been so hit or miss, mostly miss for a little while now. And if you can't nail the Avengers movies, then it'll kill the franchise. If the Avengers Doomsday came out next May and it was bad, it's over for Marvel. Like, they got to scrap it all and start and give us a break and start over in a few years.
I don't know how it can be bad with like Cameo Central every 2 seconds.
Yeah, but I don't know. They just got to make sure.
Yeah.
They got to dot their I's and cross their T's. Now they have a few more months to do it.